Hello friends, welcome back. This is subject EVS. Children, as you know that in previous lecture we have learned about the lesson number 5, understanding the time. Okay, so we have started our 5th number lesson, that is understanding time. Okay, so today we are going to continue with the sum lesson. Children, today we are going to see 2 points here. First is, how do we measure time? Yesterday we have seen what is mean by time and all about time. We have learned about time. So today we are going to see the topic, how do we measure time? Okay, so we measure time in seconds, minutes, hours. Okay, seconds, minutes, hours. You know very well. Okay, day and night. Day and night. Also we use to tell about the time. Fortnight. We use fortnight to tell about the time. Then we use month, year. All these words we use when we want to tell about the time. Okay. Children, seconds everyone knows. Seconds, minutes and hours. These words we use when we want to tell about the time through the clocks or watches. Okay. Then day and night. Everyone knows what is mean by day and night. Okay. Then fortnight. What is mean by fortnight? Fortnight, it is a period of 2 weeks. 2 weeks, or we can say 15 days. Okay. Fortnight means what? 15 days. Period of 15 days in the month. Okay. Then next is month. Next is month. Everyone know it is period of 30 days. 30 days means what? 1 month. Then year. Year we know that 12 months means 1 year. Yes or no? 12 months means 1 year. So all these things we use, okay, when we want to measure the time. Through these we measure the time. When we want to tell about the time, we are using all these words to tell about the time. Now next point is that, which instruments do we use to tell the time? Okay. Now here we are going to see the instruments. Through which instruments we can tell the time. So here are 3 examples given. Water clocks, clocks, calendar. Okay. Now everyone knows clocks. Clocks means what? Watches or clock. This we are using in every daily life to tell about the time. Calendar also everyone knows. Okay. So what is water clock? Water clocks, this is the instrument which was used in the olden days. Okay, this is the instrument which was used in the olden days. Now also you can see in the picture how it was looking. This is the water clock, and this instrument was used in olden days because clocks or watches, calendars were not there in the olden days. So this water clock was used in the olden days. Okay. Children, now let's see this point. Do you know? In the 14th century, the hourglass came into use in Europe. In this point, we are going to get the information about an hourglass. This is hourglass, and this was used in the Europe in 14th century. It was used in 14th century in the Europe. Where it was used in the Europe. It consisted of 2 connected glass vessels fitted in a wooden frame. Children, this is wooden frame. Okay. And these 2 glass vessels are fitted. Okay. They are connected and fitted into this wooden frame. Dry fine sand was poured into one of the vessels. First, they were pouring sand into one vessel. Everyone knows sand. Okay. So we need to pour sand into one vessel, and then what will happen? The connecting hole between the vessels allowed the sand in the top vessel to fall into the lower vessel. And here is a hole. Okay, this both glass vessels are connected to each other through this hole, and when we pour the sand into the upper vessel, the sand will come down into the vessel which is below. Okay, and the hourglass was constructed in such a way that it took 1 hour for all the sand to fall from one vessel into the other. And it was made like that the sand will take 1 hour to fall into this downside vessel. Okay, so when full sand will fall down into the vessel which is below, then what will complete? 1 hour will complete. Okay, it will complete 1 hour. Understood? So it was made like that. It was constructed in such a way that when full sand will fall down into the vessel which is below, then 1 hour will complete. The clock was turned over as soon as all the sand had fallen into the lower vessel. And then what we need to do when full sand will fallen down into the vessel, lower vessel, then we need to turn down the vessel. Okay, we need to turn down the vessel. Then what will happen? This is how a period of 1 hour was measured. These clocks were used in India too, and means one time when 1 hour finish, we need to turn over the vessel, and then again it will start falling down. When it will fall down fully, then again next 1 hour will finish. Understood? In such a way this it was constructed, and people were using to know about the time. Okay, because in those days clocks, watches were not there, and it was used in India also. Understood? I hope you understood about the hourglass. The next point we are going to learn is why do we make partitions of the time to know about the time? Why do we make partitions of time in different ways? Children, why do we make partitions of the time? For our convenience. Okay, in everyday use, for our work, we need to make the partitions of the time. Okay, day, night, week, hour, minutes, like these partitions of times are made. Why? Because we want to know, we want to make our work easy, and we want to make it more convenient for us. Convenience means what? To make it easy, to make our work easy. For our sake, we are making the partitions in the time. So which words do we use? We are using words like now, a while ago, in a while, today, yesterday, and tomorrow. These words we are using to make the partitions of the time. When we are talking something, that time simply we are using these words. Okay, why we are using these words? Because when we want to share something with someone, or we want to tell about our work, that time we need to take the help of these words, and in this way we make the partitions of the time. Understood? So children, here we are going to finish our lesson, understanding time. And what do we learn in this lesson? We have learned all about the time. What is time? And then we have learned about which instruments do we use to measure the time. How do we measure the time? Then we have learned about the hourglass, water clocks, and other instruments which are used to measure the time. Then we have learned just now about how do we make the partitions in the time in different ways. Why? Because for our convenience. Okay, all this we have learned here in this lesson. This lesson is very easy. Tomorrow we will continue with the workbook writing of the same lesson. Okay, so complete the homework of hard words today. Then tomorrow be ready with the workbook. Thank you.